Okay, so today team we are going to cover joins because that is the most important topics we have in SQL. So first we have to know why we need to use joins in SQL. Okay, so we can say key it is used to combine rows from two or more than two tables based on related columns between them. What do you understand by related column? That means key we have one matching columns in both tables. Okay, so let me write the definition. It is used to combine rows from two or more than two tables. Okay, based on related columns between them. Related columns means there is a matching columns. Okay, if we need to apply joins between tables. So first, anyone knows about left table and right tables? Any idea? Anyone? Because you read about that left table and right table many times in the definition.
So which one will come first table, that is left table, which is coming second, that is right table.
Yeah, good. Correct. So in the query, okay, what are the table mentioned first, okay, or come first? That is a left table, okay, and whatever the table mentioned after first table, okay, so that is we can call it as a right table. Okay, so in SQL we have multiple type of joins, but we use four type of joins, okay, in major level. So first today we are going to learn, okay, that joins type of joins. First we have inner joins. Okay, second we have left outer join, or you can call it as left join. Third we have right outer join or right join. Fourth we have full join. Okay, so inner join. Any idea about left join?
So while combining two tables, it will give the only matching records.
But in all fours we combining na.
Yeah, it will give only which is matching records.
Yeah,
Inner join.
yeah. Anything else? Okay, so we have to like give some proper definition if we are giving any interview or okay. So we have to say key it returns, okay, matching records from left and right table. Okay, so we have to know about their syntax first. Select, okay, column name 1, column name 2, column name 3, column name 4, so on. From table name 1, inner join, okay, and then table name 2, on, okay, and here we have to write matching column from table 1, okay, equals to matching column from table 2, okay. So here if we are going to run that query, okay, whenever we are going to, okay, run this query, so our SQL throw an error. Why? Because it confused These columns are coming from which table? Either table 1 or table 2. So we have to mention their table name also. Okay. Suppose that is come from table 1, table 1 dot column 1, table 2 dot column 2, table, okay, 2 dot column 3, and then so on, table 2 dot column 4. Same, we have to write it here also. Table 1 dot that one, table 2 dot matching columns. Okay. So that is a syntax. Before writing any query, okay, we have to know about the syntax. So let's move on to query part. Okay. Query to fetch all records or to fetch first name, last name, and then department ID, and then department name. Okay. Only matching records from employees and departments table. So here, first we have to see or check which column is matching on both tables, right? We have two tables, employee and department. So we have to go to the database, okay? SQL bootcamp, not here, okay. Employees, okay? And then the department ID comes from employees, and we don't have department name, okay, in that table. So we have the department name comes from departments table, right? So table name and then dot, okay.
So it means you're using alias, right?
No, we are not using aliasing here. I will use later, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so we have to mention the table name here too, okay, and then now run it.
So tell me one thing. So why you have written like in the if we go in the first like line, so here it is written employees dot first name, employees dot last name, and employees dot department. But
Mhm.
then in the last thing you have written departments dot department. Why? Can you tell me the difference?
Because that columns come from department table. That's why we don't have that
Okay.
column in employees table. If we are going to
Okay.
write it, so it will throw
Okay.
an error. Okay,
Sure. Sure. Got it. Thank you.
you can see. Okay, in
Hmm.
the department name. Why so? Because we don't have the department name in employees table.
Okay. Okay. Correct.
Okay, that's why. So that query is clear, everyone? Or anyone having any confusion so far? No. Okay. So team, in real time, we have loads of column which we need to join. Okay. So that time, if we are going to write the table name again and again, it looks weird. And sometimes table name looks long. It is one word. Sometimes it is a combinations of 5 words, 6 words. Okay. And where we need to fetch 50 columns, we are going to write 50 columns name and then that long table name, right? That is looks weird. Okay. So we have to make our query as looks like good. Okay. So we have to use aliasing. Anyone hear that word aliasing?
Yeah, I have heard.
Okay, why we need to use that aliasing word? Aliasing.
So as per like my knowledge, like I am also new in this SQL. So as per my knowledge, like if the table, like if a column or the requirement is uh, like in the long format, so we can name it as a short format as using alias.
Correct. Okay, either that is a query or that is a column name or a table name. Okay, so here what we are going to do, we are play with the column name. We are aliasing the column name. Okay, let me write the full query here. Okay, we are aliasing employees to E, okay, and departments to D. Clear? So we have to mention here from, because here we are going to mention table name, right? We have to give employees to E. What that means, if we are going to use employees, so we don't need to mention employees, okay? We have to use E directly, and for department D, okay? So now we can remove the table name, okay? We can use aliasing E instead of employees. E, right? And that is a department D. Clear? And that is a employees E and the department D. Clear? Anyone having any confusion in aliasing? Run it. Clear, everyone?
Sir, could you again explain
Okay.
for aliasing?
Okay. So why we need to use aliasing? If we are going to use, okay, so, or we can say ki anything which we need to use multiple time, okay? So and that thing is big, okay? We can give an aliasing, like ki here we need to employees and department multiple time, right? And that looks long here. So we gives aliasing like a short name, a short word, okay, like E. What that means, if we have to use employees anywhere, so we can write E directly, like E, okay, that refer to employees. So anyone knows T, what is the flow of SQL query? So first, maybe you heard or not, first it will goes on the from and then table name, okay. If we are going to run any query, it will not going to read first column name. It will goes on from, okay, and then read the table name, okay. What are the tables we need to fetch, okay. Maybe that also explained in our first class, okay, about the flow, okay. Here, so it will goes on here, first employees, okay. We are giving aliasing E and department D. But that means if we are going to use employees anywhere, okay, so we have to use E, okay, instead of employees, and instead of department, we can use D, okay. That's why we use E, okay, because that columns come from employees table, that also come from employees table, that also from, and that comes from department, okay, that comes from employees, and that comes from department. Clear, everyone? Okay, now move on to left outer join. Any idea about left outer join?
Yeah. Left outer join, like it will be like first we will see the what are the common tables in inner table, plus what are the matching column matching data in the left column.
Okay.
So what I'm trying to tell, like if if we are going for left outer join, so first inner table will be there, okay, plus we'll add the data which is matching in the left column.
Okay, good. Okay.
Retrieve the data from left table and match the data from right side, right
Yeah.
table.
Yeah, correct. Good job. So
But
we have to give
inner will be like inner table will be there, right? Because if you are matching from the right also.
that. Aman, wait. I will explain that way again, but we have to give some proper definition, okay? As an interviewer purpose also, we don't need to
Mm,
confuse, okay?
correct.
That front person, that inner join, forgot about that part. We will likely assume that thing in our mind while we are going to return the output, okay? Not that definition part, okay? In the definition, we have to be clear, okay, about that definitions.
correct.
I will go, okay, that part later after the completion of for the definition, okay, I will explain that too, okay. We have to define that part when we are going to generate output, okay. If somebody shared you the two table and said ki just tell me the output, so that time we have to tell that type of
Sure,
definition, okay,
sure,
not
sure, sure.
here. So here we have to say it returns all the data or records from left table, okay, and matching records from right table, okay. So that is a definition. And if we move on to that syntax part, syntax is similar, okay. Here we need to change only left join, okay. So directly go on the query part, query to fetch, okay, first name, last name, salary, department ID, department name, okay, from all data from employees table, okay, and matching data from departments table. What I'm going to fetch here, we have to use left outer join. Why so? Because I want all data from left table and matching from right table, right? So how we are going to write a query? Select, okay, first name. First we have to write all the column name, last name, salary, department ID, department name, from employees, okay, left outer join, departments, okay, on department ID is equals to department ID, okay. So we have to use aliasing here, employees for E. Either you can write EMP or ABC, any word, okay. Why I write E? Because that is related to employee. You can write EMP also, okay. But again, that is a long word, right? E and then D. E dot, E dot, E dot, E dot, D dot, okay. And then E dot, D dot. Copy it, run it here, okay. You can see the data. And team, what is the definition of right join? And team, don't be confused. Either you can write right join or right outer join. Both are same, okay.
Matching tables from the right.
Okay.
Okay. And not sorry, all data from the right and the matching from the left.
Yeah. So we have to say it return, okay.
There
All
is
the
one doubt.
yes.
Why on department ID?
Mm-hmm. What is your doubt?
Before query. On department ID, you wrote message. That one.
No, I'm not getting your point. Can you please speak loudly little bit?
Department ID. On department ID. Before query.
On department ID. That here, right?
Ah, yes. Why you wrote?
Why I write?
That is my doubt.
Okay, why I write department ID?
Can you explain, sir?
No, Mukul, see what she's trying to ask, like why we have used the word on in that
Okay,
e, why,
okay,
what is the
okay,
significance of that
okay.
on?
So here, see, that is a method to combine two tables. Okay, here we use on, okay, where to combines or to show the join conditions, okay, on the matching
Why
column.
why
Because
only on department ID, sir? Like, that is why.
these are the matching columns in both
Oh,
tables, okay.
okay,
That's
okay, sir.
why we use on.
Oh,
Okay, on, that is the like developed by some engineers, not sure who developed it, okay.
okay,
But
sir.
that is a syntax, okay. We have to follow after on, we have to write the matching columns,
Matching
okay.
database.
Yeah,
Yes.
and we write E because to like it define that columns come
Alias.
from employees and that come from department. Okay, and again move on to write outer join. What do you understand by route outer join? So we can say it returns all the data, okay, or records from
Right table.
right table and matching records from left table. Okay, let me write the same query here, copy it and paste it here. I will show you the data also, okay? After completion of these things, okay, I'll show how SQL generate the data, okay? Uh, Matching from employees and all data from departments table, okay? So the query is same, okay? So don't be confused. You have to change only that part, right outer, okay? Rest everything is same. Clear?
Can I ask one thing, Mukul?
Yes.
So my question is like, how we will understand like which type of join will be used in which question? So let's say if some interviewer is asking me, like
Mm-hmm.
they have given a question, okay, from the department and salary table, okay,
Mm-hmm.
but how we will understand like uh, we will use left outer join here or right outer join here
See,
or
if
inner.
no joins define, okay, so that
Okay.
time you can only use joins.
So I didn't understand. Can you please once again?
Okay, if there is no conditions defined, okay, they mention ki
Okay.
you have to directly joins these two tables, okay, so
Okay.
directly you can go with inner join, okay.
So like here it is written matching from employees table and all data from the department table. So
Yeah.
so it, but
So
if you
first
see,
questions comes ki if they going to share that questions with you, first you have to ask ki which table is left table and which table is right table, or we can
okay,
assume ki that table is left table or that table is right table, because on point of that we can know ki that table is left, right, and that is the sorry right, okay, that is left
okay,
and that is right,
okay.
okay,
So
so
now
you can
we
ask.
understood that. Now I understood that I'll assume that employee table is the left table and department table is the right table. Okay,
Yes.
okay,
Okay, that part you can ask. If no join define, okay, if they said key you have to join directly, you can use inner join, okay.
okay. If no joins are there,
Yeah, no condition, no join type condition is defined, so then that time you have to go with inner join.
so but why there is how do like I'm not able to understand like where how to see that there is no condition.
No, if they will said you have this column and you need to join these two tables, okay,
Okay,
then that time
okay,
you have to use inner join, okay.
okay, okay.
Yeah. So next move on to full join. Any idea what is the definitions of full join? And team, that is a very important topics we have in SQL. Okay,
It
if you
returns all the data from the left table and the right table.
yeah, or you can say all data. Sometime you have to say key it return all matching and non-matching. Okay, data from left table and right. Or you can say instead of matching and non-matching, all data. Clear?
Sir,
Okay.
does
Yes.
he create new table?
Sorry.
Does he create new table, another new table
No.
in Fulgent?
No. Why we are not going to create table. We are going to fetch the data. Okay, on the existing table. These are the existing table we have in database.
No, no, that is not my question. My question is that after matching from left table and right table, it is create another new table in Fulgent or no?
No.
Okay.
Okay. So let me write a query. I will show you the data. Okay. I will create two table and show you the data, how it's going to generate the data. Okay. Because we have to know. We are run it. We can see key it generate 107 rows. Okay. But how? We have to know that part also. Okay. Query we understand, but how the data, okay, joins. Okay. We have to understand that part also. Once finish it, I'll show you. Okay. So query to fetch employee ID, first name, salary, job ID, department ID, department name. Okay. All matching and non-matching data from employees and departments table. Okay. Here we have a query. Okay. Where we need to fetch these columns. Okay. And here with join, we have to use full join, right? So let's write a query. Okay. Employee ID, first name, and you have to practice. Okay. We have 6 or 7 journeys in Vaanii. Okay. Once you practice it now, then you can understand, okay, in a better way. From employees table, okay, E, full join, departments, D, okay, on department ID equals to department ID. Now we have to write which columns come from which table. Okay, that come from employees, 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 department, right? E dot and then D dot. Clear? So the way we are going to write a query is similar, okay, in all joins. We have to change the join types.
And one more question I need to ask. Can you like go little before?
Okay.
Little, yeah. So in this line only. So like you have written like e dot employee ID. That these are the requirement which we need, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I need to understand like if there is table in employee table, there is ID, first name, salary, job ID. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and department ID, and there is a department I column. Sorry, department table where there is department name. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so how to ensure like we have to take employee ID also, first name also, salary also, job ID also. Like which are the columns we have to take or select in this query?
So then that time we have to mention here na, in the query key which column which we need to fetch.
Okay, but but I saw that they also play with words, right, in SQL. So in that sense, I was trying
No,
to
no,
check
the play with.
words like let's say they use different words, right? Like here they will tell that like let's say fetch employee ID, like with the we can say from the department table using salaries. So here they
No,
are.
no, you have to send the question. Okay, I will explain. If you
Okay,
see
I'll
na,
share.
you can.
I'll share. Yeah, okay.
Okay. Okay. Because okay, then that. So that is a way we have to write. Okay, let me create two table. I'll show it to you. Okay, how we are going to generate data. Okay.
So because why I was telling, like, I right now I was like I'm practicing it from 1 week, last 1 week. So I
No
have made a
worries. You
list.
can likely share.
Okay.
Okay. The your query, then I will explain. Okay. Like they, okay. There is one more question I left it. Suppose we have a question here. Let me ask it with you, team. Okay. If we have a question like this, okay, query to fetch all columns from both tables. Okay, all columns from employees and departments table. Okay, and that is the conditions. So team, how we are going to write a query? Any idea, anyone? If which we need to fetch all the columns. You can say ki Mukul, we can go and see how many columns we have and write one by one. No, that is not a
Select star from.
okay.
We can use full join.
Okay. Yeah, good job who said Stana, that asterisk part. We have to follow with the asterisk part. We are going to remove it. Okay, whatever the columns we have. Okay, and then use asterisk. Okay, someone call it as star and someone call it as asterisk. Okay, I am going to write two star, one from employees and other from departments, right? That is for department table, that is for employee table. But if I am going to run it, then a machine confused, right? That database confused. Why so? Which columns come from, that hashtag comes from which table? Come from employees table or department table? So how we are going to resolve it, team? Any idea?
Using join.
No,
We
because
can
we have to.
alias that asterisk.
Yes, we have to use alias. E dot. That means all the columns comes from employees table. D dot. What that means? All the columns come from departments table. Clear? Okay. That is the best way to like fetch all the columns. Let me run it. Now you can see all the columns up to here. These are the employees columns and these are the four departments table columns. Clear?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, so now let me write how the data generated. Okay, so now we run it, but we don't know, okay, how they are going to match data. So suppose we have one table, one column, ID column, we have the data 1 1 1 0, and interviewer like he send you the data also like that type of data, right? Maybe you notice or not, but if you are going to give any interview, then that time, okay, they provide you that type of data, two tables, okay, and send you key, I need the output of inner join, left join, right join, and full join, okay. Null. So these are the two tables. These are the column name. And that is a column name. These are the table name and these are the column name. Okay. If interviewer said, okay, these are the two table. If we are going to apply joins, okay. So what type of data generated? Okay. So we have to send the data, okay, inner join. Any idea what type of data generated if we are going to apply inner join?
Which is the right and which is the left table?
That is a left table and that is a right table.
Okay.
Any idea, anyone? What type of data generated? Okay, what is the definition of inner join? What it fetch?
So for inner join, both the matching tables in both the matching columns in both the tables.
No, it fetch
Matching
Matching records
matching.
from
Which
both.
matching records.
which
Yeah.
means all the records of your table.
No, it fetch matching record from both tables. Let me write again. It fetch all or it fetch matching records from left and right table. Okay, so that is a definition. So we have to first see one is matching or not. One is matching with right table or not.
Yes, it's matching.
Yeah, it's matching, right? So let's write matching. So that one is matching or not?
No.
Why no? It is matching with first row, right? We have to match, okay? That one with every row, okay? And that
Okay.
second one with every row, okay? So that is matching or not? Matching, right? And third one is matching?
Yes.
Yes, it is matching.
So it means you're telling like every column in the left table
Hmm.
will try to match with every column in the right table. Right.
Correct. Yeah, that's
So
why I'm going to show you these two tables, okay? 0 is matching or not? Matching, right?
matching for yeah,
That is exist here. And
yeah,
that matching or not? Matching, right?
matching.
And null is matching, but
Yes.
it never going to return null, okay? If it is an inner join, always remember that part in your mind. In inner join, it never return null, okay? Interviewer asks key inner join return null. So you have to say it never return null. I will show you, okay? It never return null, okay? So first, that one is matching with 1, 1. So 1, 1. Okay, that one is matching with 0? No. That one is matching with 0? No. That one is matching with null? No. That one is matching with null? No. Okay. Second one. Second one is matching with first row, right? Matching. 1, 1. Second row is matching with 0? No. 0? No. Null? Null? No. Okay. Now move on to third. But that third one is matching with first row, right? Matching. With second, no. Third, no. Fourth row, no. No. Okay, that's 0. That 0 matching with first row, no. Second row, yes. So we have to write 0, 0. Fourth, that is matching with third row, that 0, yes. Correct. Now move on to fifth row, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, fifth row. That's 0. That 0 matching with 1? No. That 0 matching with 0, right? 0.
Yes.
That matching with next 0? Yes or no? That 0 matching with third
Yes,
row
sir.
0? Yes. So it show 0, 0, right? Now move on to null. What I said for null, okay, it never print. So now move on to left join. Any confusion in inner join? Anyone?
No, 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 no.
And that is
No.
an interviewer question also. If you are going to give interview na, out of 10, like is 6 to 7, okay? Employees or interviewer ask these type of questions, okay? So now move on to left join. What is the definition of left join?
Matching records from the left.
Matching the record or left table from
No,
right
No,
table.
all tables,
It
all
returns
records from
it
the left
retains
and
all
matching
the
from the right.
records from the left and matching
yeah,
records from right.
okay, good. So now move on to your definition. You said that time, right? Matching that part. So here we have it written old data, right? Old data means any idea? Old data means matching and Non-matching, right?
Unmatching.
Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yeah. In last definition, what I write for full join? All matching and non-matching data, right? Or all data. So both are similar or same. Okay. So move on to here. All data means matching and non-matching, right? And matching from right table. So what we understand? We want matching record from both tables, right? Yes or no?
Yes.
Right? So here we can directly write that output because that is a matching output, right? Yes or no? And non-matching from which table?
Right table.
Right table.
Left table, not right. That is a definition, right? All data. Okay, all data means matching and non-matching both. So I write matching data first. Okay, why so? Because we have already matching data, right? Now we need to write only non-matching. Which one is non-matching?
Left table.
Null,
No.
I think.
Let me add on. Repeat 2 here. Okay, and let me write 3 here instead of 2. Okay, so now which one is non-matching? That one, right? That 2.
2 and 3.
Yeah, not 3. We have to find non-matching from left table only. Non-matching from left
Okay.
table, right? So 2, and here what it show in real time if we don't have any data?
None.
Null.
It will
Null.
show null. It will show
Yes,
null.
good. Now move on to right join. Any confusion in left join, anyone? I will
No.
explain again if you have any confusion regarding the data. That is clear, right? Team, anyone having any confusion?
Sir,
No.
could you once again explain left join?
Okay. No worries, I'll explain. Okay, so we have to understand the definition. The definition, let's remove that one. That is a definition, right? It returns matching and non-matching data from left table, right? And matching from right table, correct? Yes or no? So
Yes.
first we are going to only fetch matching records. And you ask if why, Mukul, we need to fetch matching record. Why so? Because we have the data already, right? So we paste it. Now we only need to find non-matching data from left table, okay? And non-matching, we have only one row, that 2 and then null. Clear? The same thing we have to do with right outer join. All data means,
Matching and non-matching.
yeah, matching and non-matching. So first we are going to write matching data, right? And which one is non-matching?
2 is non-matching.
Sorry?
2.
2.
2.
No, 2 is in left table, not in right table, right?
Okay. 3 is
Three.
not matching.
Null.
3, 3, right? And then
Yeah, and here null.
null. And we
Null.
also have null here, one null, right? So null and then null. Okay. For inner join, it never print, but we have in right join, right? That null. That's why null and then null. Now move on to full join. I will create a table if you want and show it to you, okay? And the database also. Whole, okay? Full join. So what do you understand by full join? It return matching and non-matching from both table, right? First, we are going to write matching data, okay? Copy and paste the matching data. Clear? And then non-matching from both table. First, that is non-matching, right? 2 and then
Hmm.
null.
And
Now left join
3,
from right join 3
3.
3 and null.
Null.
null, and then again
Null.
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 Clear that part?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes,
let
sir.
me show it to you. Okay, here also. If you have any doubt, let me create. Okay, create table emp m1 id and okay. That table is created. The ept m1. Okay, okay, I created these two tables. Let's insert the data. Insert okay, insert into DEPT. No, sorry, EMP M1. Okay, the column name is ID values. I'm going to insert the data. Okay, 1. Clear? That first row is 1. Yes or no? Select star from employees. No. Select star from EMP M1. Clear? Let's run it. Right now we don't have data, right? Let's insert it. 1 row inserted. First row is 1. Second is 1 again, right? Third is again 1. Fourth is 0. Let's check how many rows inserted. 3 rows inserted. Fourth is 0, right? Fifth is 0. And sixth is 2. Right? Now we created a similar table. Right? 1 1 1 0 0 2. 1 1 1 0 0 2. Okay. Now insert the data in second table. DEPT M1, right? So first is 1 inserted. Second is 0. Inserted, right? Let me check. DEPT. Everyone cleared, right? What I'm going to do? Or anyone having any confusion? You can ask if you have any confusion. Now, I created these two tables, right? EMP M1 and that one. Now, write that query, right? So let's check with first inner join, right? Select E dot, okay, ID and that D dot ID, right? From EMP M1, right? E inner join DEPT, okay? M1 dot D on, okay? E dot ID equals to D dot ID, right? That is a query of inner join. Yes or no? Let's check the data. 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1. Okay, 3 times 1 and then 4 times 0. Clear, everyone? Aman, anyone having any doubt?
No.
No.
Okay, let's check with left outer join. Okay, because what we write, we have to know that is correct or not. 1 1 1 3 times and 4 times 0, 0, 0 and 2 and null. Clear? Now move on to right outer join. Now you can see, okay? And then null, null. 3, null, okay, null, null. Clear? Now move on to full. Okay, here, let me expand. 1, 1, 1, 3 times, 0, 0, 0, 0, 4 times, 2, null, 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 and null 3. Clear? Okay, I think all clear, right? Anyone having any question or confusion? Team, you have to say yes or no. If you don't have any confusion, so you can
No.
say no. Okay. So team, you have to go to SQL level 2, okay? And you have to complete journey 65, 66, 67, 68, and then 70. Oh, sorry, 69. Okay. You can leave that old syntax. Okay. Right now we are not using old syntax. Okay. Old syntax, that means 8AI syntax. We are using 9i. Okay. That is a 9i. In AI, 8AI is like a change. We have to use that plus sign. Okay. Instead of join type. So we don't need to focus on 8AI syntax, okay? Because every company used, okay? Each company used 9i syntax, okay? That one what we covered today. Okay, if we are good, Priyanka, can you